I'm going to lose my mind. Anthony Lynn throwing Justin Herbert under the bus, calling him a backup for a reason on a Monday after he was sensational on a Sunday in a spot start when Tyrod Taylor couldn't go after the coin toss. Anthony Lynn is going to end up losing his team and then his job if he keeps talking about his franchise quarterback like that. Justin Herbert was sensational. He was the reason why the Chargers had a chance to upset the champs. And you guys know I am obsessed with Herbert. I love his athleticism, his arm, his smarts. He's a great leader. He's got the it factor. It was all on display. That was mind-numbing from Anthony Lynn. Absolutely, positively insane. I can appreciate and applaud Anthony Lynn not wanting to bench or fire Tyrod Taylor in the press. I understand that. But the fact that Anthony Lynn said that they lost the game, not like they won, and he's a backup for a reason, and is pumping up Tyrod, who was atrocious against the Cincinnati Bengals, and Tyrod is what he is. I mean, Herbert, 1 NFL starts, 1 300-yard game. Tyrod Taylor, 47 NFL starts, 1 300-yard game. I mean, please. This is, if you are, in fact, Tom Telesco, the general manager of the L.A. Chargers, you have to be asking yourself, what is my coach doing? And let's be honest here, because I found myself, and you know I'm obsessed with our guy Patty Mahomes, that picked the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I'm watching the NFL on CBS, and I'm rooting for the Chargers. I wanted to see Justin Herbert win that game. What a story. And this guy's going to be a star. And Anthony Lynn cost his team the game. He punted on 4th and 1 in overtime. Tony Romo brilliantly all over it. You can't punt in overtime, give the ball back to Patty Mahomes. Never going to get it again. And sure enough, didn't get it again. Lost the game. So I don't want to hear this. You didn't win it because you were the reason why. I mean, this is crazy. This is insulting. This makes no sense. And I love Anthony Lynn. Voted for him a couple years ago, Coach of the Year. Phenomenal on Hard Knocks. Great guy. These comments are totally out of character. And honestly, Justin Herbert should be the quarterback forever now with the Chargers. We should never see Tyrod Taylor again. And if Lynn doesn't change his tune, someone else is going to be coaching the L.A. Chargers. Raiders, Vegas, Derek Carr, heard about it. The Las Vegas Raiders open up their brand new stadium with a bang. 34-24 victory, an upset special that we guaranteed last week on Time to Shine was going to happen. Derek Carr absolutely fired up. He was tremendous. 3 touchdowns. He's comfortable in the offense in year number 3. I was so impressed with our guy, Derek Carr. And honestly, this is who he is. This is what he does. And he rocked steady last night. He had complete control, complete command. And this is why we called the upset special, because Derek Carr, this was not a fluke. He's a great player, and he's leading the Raiders to the playoffs this year. I loved every little thing that we saw about Derek Carr. He had it going on with his tight end, Darren Waller, and it was incredible watching their connection. It was spicy. The Saints were overmatched. They had no answer. Waller was tremendous. I love the play of Josh Jacobs. 27 carries, 88 yards. Zay Jones had that incredible catch in the end zone. Derek Carr, long sustained touchdown scoring drives. Offensive line was excellent. And this was on a night Trent Brown didn't play. Richie Incognito got hurt. And they still were tremendous up front. Jalen Richard was able to scamper into the end zone down the sideline. Let me tell you something. John Gruden's got it going on. This is a harbinger of things to come. Derek Carr, Raiders football. Heard about it. Drew Brees making excuses, and it was another terrible performance by Drew Brees last night. And when I say another, and we hit it last week on Time to Shine, Drew Brees didn't play well against the Buccaneers in week number 1. Nobody talked about it because Tom Brady was worse. We made sure we hit it because we thought it was a harbinger of things to come. Drew Brees had no oomph on the football. He was turning it over. That killer interception at the end of the first half was just dreadful. Drew Brees right now looks like a former great quarterback. He has no chemistry with his wide receivers. Obviously, you had a situation last night where Michael Thomas did not play, and that was counterproductive. And look, the New Orleans Saints have some problems. Now, it wasn't all Drew Brees' fault. We referenced the Michael Thomas injury, but he didn't trust any of his other guys. He only targeted Emmanuel Sanders 3 times. A lot of short, intermediate passes. I mean, it was basically Alvin Kamara or bust last night. And Kamara was superb. Kamara was special. We'll keep saying it. He's a straw that serves a drink for the New Orleans Saints on offense. But this defense was overwhelmed and overmatched last night. And you look at the upcoming schedule, they have the Packers coming to town on Sunday Night Football. And I'm telling you something right now. Drew Brees is not the player that he was. And he could sit there and say it's not about yards and it's not about the numbers. Drew Brees is always about the numbers. He always wants to celebrate all the different rankings and everything that he's had in his remarkable career. Drew Brees is no longer playing at a Hall of Fame level, and I think the Saints are about to go on a losing streak. The San Francisco 49ers, and I just feel terrible for Kyle Shanahan, to say that his team has been bit with the injury bug. Boy, it's a whole different level when you take a look at Nick Bosa, who to me is a top 5 defensive player in the sports. He's out for the year. Solomon Thomas done for the year. Jimmy G with the ankle sprain. Mostert got hurt. Not to mention Coleman banged up. And the injuries from prior weeks like Kittle and Richard Sherman and Deebo Samuel. So will the injuries be why the 49ers missed the playoffs? Let's talk this out. First and foremost, with Kyle as the head coach, I think there's always a chance. But nothing was ever guaranteed for the Niners. We talked about this all offseason, even though their team was loaded when healthy, because this division, easiest prediction in the history of time to shine, best in the NFL. The Rams are partying like it was 2018. They look like a team that we saw under Sean McVay a couple years ago that made a Super Bowl run. Not that I'm suggesting this version is going to the Super Bowl, but Goff is playing great, and he's confident in the play-action pass, and the defense is flying around. And look, when we picked the Rams to finish in last, we said they would win 8 or 9 games and wouldn't bat an eye if they made the postseason. So the Rams are absolutely viable here. And the Cardinals, you know that I was obsessed with them and picked them in March to make the playoffs. And Kyler Murray is in the early MVP discussion, and he is absolutely on fire. And DeAndre Hopkins is on fire. And how Bill O'Brien trades DeAndre Hopkins, I'll never know. And they're handling success and they're handling prosperity. And how about our guy DeAndre Hopkins retweeting CBS Sports HQ, campaigning for Kyler Murray to be the MVP. But of course, you can easily make the case that the MVP frontrunner through a couple of weeks of the season is Russell Wilson. Let Russ cook. And Russ, 5 touchdowns on Sunday night. He is absolutely positively cooking, and in my opinion, the best player in the NFL first 2 weeks of the season. I want to punch the television every time I hear somebody say, well, Russ has never received an MVP vote. Okay, let me explain this. There's only one name on the list. You only vote for one. I feud with Barry Wilner, who's in charge of the Associated Press, and I have begged him to have a weighted system, 10-5-1, where you vote for 3 guys. I have begged him, but you just saw on the screen the winner and the runner-up. Last year, there's no runner-up. If you had a weighted vote system, 10-5-1, first, second, third place, Russ would have got every single second-place vote. Would have got my second-place vote. There was a period of time where it was Lamar, Russ, and then Lamar just pushed ahead. It was that simple. But, you know, what year? And you looked at that list. I mean, 2015, Russ had a great year. Cam was the MVP, got my votes. You know, you look at the year I was going to vote for Carson Wentz, and then he got hurt. I voted for Tom Brady. And Todd Gurley had an unbelievable season. He was number 2 on the list. You look at these other years for Russ. I mean, in 2017, as I mentioned, he was fantastic, and the team went 9-7. He wasn't even in the conversation. So Russell Wilson is a first ballot Hall of Famer, but has never got an MVP vote because of the system. Ben Roethlisberger is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's never received an MVP vote. I mean, come on. People need to understand the rules and chill out. I wish they would change the system. I have begged them to change the system. Do it like baseball. Do it like the NBA.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.